Well, hi there, I'm Dean Healy for One Call Accident Management, and we're on the forecourt today with some rather superb cars. We're at a car meet, and we're going to meet lots of different people today, find out about their stories, why they're interested in cars, and telling us a little bit about why they chose their particular vehicle. And don't forget, for more on cars, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're joined on the forecourt today by some simply superb cars, and we're going to start off with this one. This Mercedes belongs to Harvey. Harvey's the owner of One Call, so thanks for taking the time out to see us today. How long have you had this?
I've had it just over, coming up to 2 years, and I've really enjoyed it. Prior to this, I've had a few Bentleys, Continentals, but this has been my main sports car to date.
And when did your interest in cars start? How did all that come about?
I think it's with every young boy's dream. I think from the posters in my bedroom wall back when I was a teenager up until now when I'm grown up and I can eventually afford one.
And was there a car that you always wanted to own? Did you have a goal? Did you have a vision for what you wanted to have?
I think back in the day, it's always been the Escort RS Cosworth. I know I can have one today, but it's one of them dream cars, and I've always loved them as I've grown up. But I've always been a Ford family. Back in the day, it used to be either somebody used to be a Vauxhall family or a Ford family. Right. So we always had Fords, and some of the other people that I know have always had Vauxhalls throughout their lives. Cool. So we've always been Ford, from Cortinas all the way up to Granadas to Mark 1 Fiestas, Mark 2, Mark 3. I've had them all.
What was your first car?
It was a Mark 1 Fiesta, and I used to deliver pizzas while studying at university, and I writ it off. As everyone does with their first car.
We'll go a bit more careful with this one. Yeah. Talk us through this. You've done quite a few modifications, I believe.
Yeah, it's basically more cosmetic. Okay. I haven't touched the engine. I think the 520 bhp is enough, especially on these roads. But what I've done is cosmetically, I've all the chrome on the car has been turned to black, gloss black. Right. So if you look around the car, there is a video on YouTube as well, which I've gone through each mods on it, okay. And I just stealth it out a bit, and it looks good. I think it makes it look a lot better. So really pleased with it.
Do you have an idea of how you want your car to look, or do you kind of just every now and then think, oh, I'll change that? It's
social media and programs like Yanimizes. A lot of customization programs I watch. I've watched Wheeler Dealers since it first came out, with Ed and Ed China, and but they've separated now, and I've watched all the other stuff on Discovery, Fast and Loud, Counting Cars, all them kind of programs. From the beginning, the only one was, I think, Top Gear. That and the Fifth Gear, but both of them have gone a bit waywards.
Yeah, not such a fan anymore.
No, I think Top Gear that was Jeremy Clarkson. Since he rebooted it, I think it was in 2008. He was the main Top Gear, really. Yeah. And the new lots are not the same.
Maybe lost its spark a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, we're loving your car. Thanks for talking us through it, and.
Enjoy today. You're going to absolutely love it. There's going to be Ferraris. We're going to have a lot of M cars. A lot of Asians love M cars, and so you'll see the M4s, M2s, M3, M6s, M5s. So you'll see all of them here, and a few AMGs. There's already a few you've already seen. You got the GTRs as well, and Aston Martin. It's the first time I've seen that one here. And it should be a good car meet. It's a shame about the weather.
Yeah, it is. Well, it always is, but we'll get used to that. If somebody wants to come down and see the cars or bring their own cars, how can we find out about this event, when it's happening, all that sort of stuff?
It's two channels. You can look at One Call Motoring on YouTube, or on Instagram, F1 Sing. If you just join up with him, he'll have regular car meets, because I'm a bit old now. I can meet so many times, but the young lads, they're regularly meeting. So and they've got a good following. So F1 Sing on Instagram.
Okay, so check that out, and let's go and look at some more cars. Okay, so our next supercar of the day belongs to Tej. Thanks for speaking to us today about your car. How long have you had this?
About 8 months now.
Okay, and what is it? Firstly, what is the car?
It's a Mitsubishi Evo 7.
Okay, and what made you choose this car?
I brought it from Japan actually. It's a fresh import, so it's the wide body that's on it. I've just had it all painted up and everything in the UK, and just finished it up, getting it ready for show season really. But
So how long have you been interested in cars, and where does your interest sort of come from to kind of get to the stage where you own a car like this?
I've always loved cars since I was a kid and trading them since I was 15, 16. So yeah, even my business is selling cars.
So do you kind of own a car for a short space of time and then renew it?
We'll see what happens with this one. I was going to keep it for a while because I like the look of it, but obviously everything's for sale for the right price. So
have you made any other modifications to it?
yeah, it's got a full wide body on it. It's got the wheels on it as well. It's got carbon fibre bonnet, Recaro seats, all the DEFI gauges, loads of stuff under the bonnet, Cusco coilovers, all sorts of stuff.
And you get much opportunity to give it a real good run out?
No, I don't drive quick on the road, keep it for track.
Do you?
Yeah.
And do you drive
That's
locally?
why my friend was driving it back down, I didn't bother.
Oh, really?
Just let him carry on.
Excellent. And do you have kind of a goal as to a car you want to have next?
I'm interested in all sorts of cars. I've had loads of different cars in the past. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, well, we love this one, and thanks for showing us around. All right, I'm here with Raj. I like Raj already because he's a Liverpool fan, as am I. So Liverpool's one of your passions, I presume, and cars is the second.
Yeah.
Where did that start? How did all that come about?
I've always loved cars. I like all sorts of cars anyway. I'm not particularly into any type of car, but I do prefer German cars personally myself.
Okay. What is it? What is it about cars that interests you?
It's the freedom it allows you to, when you want to go somewhere, you want to do something. On top of that, you get a thrill out of it, obviously, if you drive it a bit on a country lane or something like that, or out the country.
Yes, as long as it's legal and safe to do so.
Under 30 mile per hour.
Absolutely, of course. And we're here with your friend's car today.
My mate Min is from Empire. If you want to have a look at the car, it's an orange Supra. He's got the full TRD kit at the end. Rent Studios wrapped it. I know it's getting a turbo conversion done as well. He's going to get a bigger turbo put on it and everything, but that's all I know about the car so far.
And what's your dream car? What would you like to own ultimately?
Probably love a GT3 RS or a GT2 RS. That'd be nice.
Okay, well, once you get it, come back and you can talk us through that one as well.
Take care.
Yes. So we've already seen some brilliant cars today. We've got something rather different now. We've got a Tuk Tuk, and this Tuk Tuk belongs to Harry. Good to see you today. Talk us through why Tuk Tuk.
So what it is we've got a car hire company. So normally we specialise in like the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys, the Lamborghinis, etc. But this is just a little bit different and a little bit fun, to be fair.
Yeah. Interesting to drive, I would imagine.
To be fair, it's fairly straightforward to drive. If it's raining, you have to put the sides down, then it's a bit shaky. But obviously, it's all VOSA tested and UK road legal. So it's once you get used to it, it's okay.
Are there any sort of boundaries that you have to work with? Certain roads that you can go on, or not?
Obviously, it's top speed 42 miles an hour, so you can only take it on like the small side roads, and you can't take it on the motorway and like country roads, etc. So just be smart if you're going long journeys. Yeah. So if you got your license before 2012, you can drive it on a normal car license, but after 2012, you need a bike license.
So tell us about your interest in cars. How did all that come about? When did that start?
To be fair, I've been interested in cars ever since I can remember, to be fair. So ever since I was a young lad, and growing up, I never really had much money sort of thing. And then once started working, etc., I bought a Bentley, and then obviously it just grew from there.
Okay, so what was your first car?
My first car was a Peugeot 106.
Okay, mine was similar. And so how did you go from a Peugeot 106 to Bentleys and to whatever else you may have owned in between?
To be fair, it just started with I've always worked, etc., and then obviously just saved up, and then you can get a second-hand Bentley on the market for a reasonable price, and then we just set up the hire company and sort of took it from there, and then just grew it over the last 2 years.
So have you got a goal for the kind of car that you want to own? Ultimately, what would you like to have?
Well, my goal was the Rolls-Royce Dawn, which we bought on Thursday, and then we're announcing that on our car hire page tomorrow. So we've got the Rolls-Royce Dawn, the black badge as well. So it's not just the standard one; it's the top of the range, £330,000 model. So
this is a bit of a stupid question, but why did you want to own that particular car? Because we've seen some brilliant cars today, other alternatives. Why that particular model?
Well, it's a British iconic sort of brand, isn't it? And then at the time that I set the business up, that was the ultimate goal, to get to the car that's in the high end of the three figures rather than just the three-figure mark.
So what's your plan now? Now you've reached your goal, what happens next?
Just set new goals and constantly grow. Yes, that's pretty much it.
And what is it about cars? What is it? Because we've spoken with a lot of people today who are car enthusiasts. What is it? What's your passion? What is it about cars that interests you so much?
I think it's just when you drive them, isn't it? You just feel like it's, I don't know, it's difficult to say. It's just, I've always liked them since I was young, and then, as I said, we grew up, never really had much. I always looked at the people with the cars and never really thought that we'd own the car sort of thing. So, yeah, so it's just...
Well done on reaching your goal, doing what you wanted to do, and thanks for showing us the Tuk Tuk today as well. Okay, so I'm joined now by Kaz and Kaz's car. Kaz, tell us what the car is, first of all, and how long you've owned it.
14 GTR. I've had it for around 2.5 months now.
Okay, and what is it that made you choose this particular car?
I went out for a spin in my mate's car, and after that I fell in love with it.
Okay, so he had something similar?
Yeah, the exact same car.
Okay, what did you have previous?
C63.
Okay, and did you sell that on, or have you kept that one?
I sold that straight away.
Okay, what was the first car that you owned?
Seat Cupra.
Okay, and where did your interest in cars come from?
Probably my mum.
Why is that?
She used to be a bit of a boy racer when she was younger, so...
Okay. And so is there a particular car that you want to own, that you want to kind of work towards to get ultimately?
Definitely Lamborghini Aventador.
Okay. And have you made any modifications to this?
It's completely stock apart from a white pipe.
Okay. And how much, so if I wanted to go and buy this car, how much would it set me back?
Probably about 55,000.
So this is obviously all part of a car meet today on this rainy Sunday afternoon. Do you regularly come to these things? And if you do, what is it that appeals to you?
Yeah, we regularly go, sometimes in London, majority of the time in Birmingham. And the reason we go is just friends getting together, showing off our pride and joys and having fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so I'm back with Harvey. We're now next to a Nissan GTR, registered 2017. The weather's got worse, but we're not going to let that deter us. You're going to talk me through this car, aren't you? First thing is the rather unique registration plate.
Yeah, it's that must be a very expensive number plate. As you know, the Singh is a middle name for every Sikh, and so I don't know how many million. Well, there's got to be a few 100,000 at least. I would have thought in the UK, 1 million.
Say so.
Couple of mil, yeah. So it's a very popular plate, and he's got a unique one. So hands down.
Because that's a huge market in itself, isn't it? Is registration numbers, and as we've said, can set somebody back a lot of money in the first place. So that's the registration number. What do you know about the engine?
This is a 2017 model. It's got 562 brake horsepower. The chap who owns it is from London, so he's travelled all the way here today, and it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah. What's the maximum speed of this? Do we know?
This one goes over 180 mile an hour. I think the top speed on these is 195.
Okay. And the interior is rather special as well, isn't it?
With this pearl white paintwork, the interior looks stunning.
Okay.
We're going to have a little walk.
Yeah, let's take a look.
The unique thing on the GTRs is the handles as well. They're flush mounted, so it gives, the silhouette of the car remains nice and straight.
Yeah.
That's the interior of the vehicle. So we've got black with red stitching, contrast red stitching, and it's got carbon fibre. It's got a matte carbon fibre inserts on the dash. The contrast with the white exterior and the black interior, it looks really good. It is really nice.
Well, that's pretty much it from us for One Call Accident Management for today. I'm keeping out of the rain in the Tuk Tuk. Don't forget, for more on cars, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.